Well,
Yeah, it was
And
self-defense.
to be fair, we only killed 3 of them. The 4th one are you currently.
did you or did you not feed them some of the honey? They were
They
not
asked for it and
themselves.
they
And they
took it.
chose to take it. We did not force it on them.
Yes, but you should have known that that was going to make them high and make them not think like themselves. Now, I have not seen such creatures transform to the ways in which they are now, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't your doing.
Well, can you confirm we've killed 4 fairies, or have we killed 4 random creatures that you've never seen?
No, I know what these creatures are. And she puts her hands on she puts her hands on the ground, and the creatures, 3 of them anyway. Do this the quick way. Cool. They all transform back to the fairies.
Roll
But
initiative.
they seem to be sleeping. That would be funny. They all seem to transform back, and they all seem to be like breathing and stuff. 3 of them come back. Say, I have brought them back from where they came. Their souls were not. They hadn't passed through yet. They were still on this plane.
See, we've done nothing wrong.
Don't make a habit of this.
A habit of contacting the guards after, like, incapacitating 4 fairies. No, don't worry, we won't make that a habit.
Contacting the guards after mindless slaughter. It wasn't mindless.
Slaughter is
Sir.
a strong word there, mate.
Sir, you know that I am the one who possesses the power to take away the wheat in which you use to grow your beer, right? I wouldn't be
I haven't grown
joking
any
with me.
beer.
Yes, but you can grow beer. You like your beer. You like your drink. I can choose can choose to make your crops go rotten. I can choose to let them grow prosperous.
Not if I go to the mainland and do it, and you do know I did this like 200 years from now, so technically speaking, I would not have brewed any beer yet, and therefore I don't know how much I like it.
I don't really know how to relate to that one. Like, that's pretty logical. It's like, well, basically, yeah, she goes very well. And she clicks her fingers. Can you both roll con checks for me, please? Or con saving throws?
I'm good at those. I say and roll a natural 1.
Well, can roll natural one.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's slanted, but unless you want me to re-roll it, I'll take it as a 15.
I'll give you the 15.
That's a 19 then.
Vulcan, you get a whopper headache. It cripples you to your knees. And after a few moments, you black out. And you're asleep.
Nice.
No damage taken. You just have a crippling headache. Eberus, you see Vulcan falling over like in agony, and as you go over to reach over to pick him up or to see what's going on,
I'm not going to pick him up.
Okay, well, as you see this happening, a few moments passes and you also fall asleep, but nothing happens.
Without the hangover.
We are going to very quickly, if I make sure I grab one of these. Hangover, yeah.
Plane shift.
You are now 150 years back in time. Oh.
That would have been funny. Or it's going to delete all the old models. This is why I don't delete maps.
I, by the way,
you wake up. Sorry, what?
I want to get moved too.
Oh yeah. Well, do you know what would be really helpful if Bodias get moved? Because I don't think I moved either of these. Did you get moved?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, you wake up an hour later, and the place seems to be slightly different.
Wait. An hour later? How do we know an hour passed?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. So it's because it was only just after reaching sunset. So it like the sun had only half set. Now it seems to be pretty well set. But it's not like it is technically pitch black, but the moon isn't at its highest point, so you can presume it's still early in the night if the moon's not up in its proper place. Especially Adran, who would use the moon to travel and the stars to travel. He can tell it's early in the night. You're not too sure about the time, but I'm telling you that it was an hour just for yourself.
Why are we back here?
And the places seem to have changed slightly. Like the trees are slightly different, but like there's still some familiarity to it. The fairies seem to be gone, and you hear coming around the area, like you can hear like in the distance, you can hear the crackling of fire and people singing and dance. Like you can hear songs and stuff, but you can hear like a party-ish thing very quietly coming from like southwest and south east. You can hear it like coming toward like, which is roughly ish towards the town, because you're very deep into the forest where you were, and everyone seems to have gone.
I would like to go to whichever spot we planted the orb and go dig it back up.
Roll me perception or investigation. You can decide.
Just a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll just go with perception. That went off the. That's a 15.
15. You find it with ease, but it's like encased. So the jelly, or not jelly, the honey is like rock solid right now. It was liquid before. It's rock solid, but inside you can see the gem. You can kind of scoop it all. You can try and smash the jelly.
I take the block of honey.
Yeah, it's basically it's turned into like almost a perfect cube, which is really odd considering you dug such a oddly shaped hole. But it's all there. It's inside. You can see it inside. The honeycomb is gone, but the honey is the orb is inside it. You can smash it out if you want, or you can just keep it the way it is.
I have added the block of honey with pink orb to my inventory.
Cool, sounds good. The tree has. So just before we continue, the tree has like a symbol on it. Before it had 2 or 3 of the gods kind of mixed into like one symbol on top of the tree, but now it only has Karametra's symbol on the tree, which is different to the last 2 times in which you were here.
Haven't we only seen symbols on it once?
Yes, but the first time you saw symbols. So yeah, but the first time you saw symbols, the second time you didn't see symbols, and this would be the third. Technically, it's the 4th time. So, but there is only Karametra's symbol on it now.
Does there seem to be a cave underneath the tree, or is that for later?
Oops. Your last perception was what, 15?
Yeah.
And then
I can re-roll if you want to specifically look for that, but yeah.
No, I'll use your 15. There doesn't seem to be, but there's a massive boulder in its way where the entrance used to be, and like you can play around with it if you want to try and properly move it, but like the amount of force it needed the last time, which was basically nothing, seems like you need a lot. You'd have to try and wedge it out, dig it out a little bit. It seems like properly in there.
But yeah, anything else to add, or
no?
Oh, okay.
It's the middle of the night. You hear some parties. They're distance away. They're about like you can kind of work out. You can see like a hue of light coming from one of them, which is obviously a fire pit or something. So it's a good bit away.
So, Adrian, was it? What now?
I don't know. I think some food would be a good idea right now.
Should we hunt for it or go to the town?
Kamasutra didn't seem too happy about us hunting. So, let's go to the town.
True. Yes.
Find some new fires and celebrations because it's harvest day. See if we can join in with someone else's feasting. Alright, let's go back to the slippery nipple. Have some rabbit stew or pie.
as you are walking through the forest, you notice there is quite a lot of massive part. Like there's like a rave going on one side, like there's like a folk festival on the other side, and you're like walking through them, and I know that Eberus was just not enjoying any of this sort of shit on the way here. He just wanted out. You also notice that you can see that there is some centaurs and there is some minotaurs at these parties as well. So it's still a mix of all the races in which you've seen over the last couple of days while you've been here. And
So
yeah,
there doesn't seem to be any like other changes than just the tree.
no, the trees, like some of the trees seem slightly different to when they were when you're fighting the fairies, and especially because you're there all day. There's definitely been a change, but from the race aspect, there is no difference. Yeah.
I also did, just for fun of it, I looked up the average size of an ant because I wanted to see how many ants I could have in my bag. As to try and gather 10,000 ants, it would not fit.
I can just see you there, just in a jar. I just like, oh crap! What are we gonna do? They're gonna kill us. Oh, I don't have any pockets at pocket ants. I just like throwing a jar of ants in someone's face.
I've got this picture in my head of a dwarf with a pair of sticks counting the ants into a jar.
Oh no! I've only got 9,998. Oh damn it! Why did the two of them have to die? Anyway, yeah,
but yeah,
when you get to the edge, or can you actually we'll make this easier. Can you both roll me perception checks?
No, it's going to be terrible.
No, just to see if you notice any other changes. As
7.
you can have advantage.
14. Am I allowed advantage?
No, Eberus gets advantage because he mentioned, did we notice anything else different? So
that's a dirty 20.
nice. So you notice that.
Sorry, 19, but yeah.
There is. So the first day there was loads of farmhouses. The second time you went back here, there was only one. There's 2 or 3 now, and some of them seem to be very like one of them is where Billy's house was, where he gave the hares. That seems to be slightly different shape. Like boundary wise, the house seems the same. There's another one built with like a smaller house or smaller boundary, but it has sheep, which you didn't see the last day or two. And there was definitely some other changes as well.
Is the hare coop still there? Or
it's much bigger. It's if you want to go investigate slightly more, but from what you could see, it seems a much bigger plot of land that they have. Excuse me, much better bounded off, and there seems to be like a unit, more like an actual like proper farm going on rather than the shit. Like it was basically a shit. Yeah. He had a shit show going before. He was basically the only farmer on this side of the island.
Okay.
So the intrepid explorers returned to the Slippery Nipple to find which version of John lives there.
I wish I had my other campaign right now.
He will now be named Jonathan.
No, you learn very quickly with me. Every tavern owner is called John because I just too lazy. You're on 13. Cool. Inside, it is a different John. Surprisingly, a different bartender. The place is. I just go into the map, but I don't have it set up. The place is popping. There's every table is basically full. It's very crowded. You have probably 100 people in the inn, which it can barely fit 60 or 70. So it's quite compact. There's about 10 barmaids or lounge staff, as we'd call them, and there's 3 men behind the bar. Do you go to the bar?
Yeah, I approach the bar.
Which one of you are John?
Yeah, you approach the bar. What do you look for?
Adran hollers the person working at the bar.
That person comes up to you. How may I help you, sir?
Drink.
Also, you've just arrived. Happy Harvest Day. Make Parametra be kind.
You too. Can you describe the person behind the bar?
They're wearing a pink shirt with like a pink overall. They've got brown trousers. They're about 6'2", quite broad shoulder, built but not too built. You know, chiseled chin. Quite good looking, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, I'm here to speak to John.
Oh, that's my boss. Why do you want John? He's busy with other customers, as you can see. Look. Do you want drink, food? Like, what do you want? We can sort it out. I can tell John you're looking for him. If you want, like, and he points to, like, there's one bar stool at the edge. He goes, like, if you sit there, I'll tell him to come to you. What do you want? Like, we're very busy. Like, as you can see, there's also a band playing up on the stage. And they're fairly good, decent, you know. It's his name is Johnny Coins. He seems to be playing songs like Sore. He got sore today when he kicked something and all this stuff. But yeah, they seem to be very good. Yeah, but he seems flustered, the man behind the counter right now.
There were 3 behind the bar, right?
Yeah, there's 3, and the guy talking to you said he'll get you, John, if you want like a drink.
Yes, and he's wearing pink. Are the 2 others wearing orange and purple?
No, that would have been convenient. No, all this lounge staff and all the staff are wearing matching like pink shirts with like a pink overall and brown trousers. It seems like they're all in like costume, like for an event.
Well, it is the Harvest Festival. I just wanted to make sure that it's themed that way.
Yeah.
Has Adran noticed that anything's changed in the world yet?
Yeah, I've told you all the changes you've noticed. This last time you got like a 2 on your perception. So.
This time I got a 14. Right.
Yeah, so you're all good.
I left the chest at the tavern, but we have the orbs with us.
You have the orbs. The chest you left in your room.
But I don't have the chest.
Just go back up to your room, you know.
Hopefully John has the chest.
So, did you want food or drink or anything? That's like the guy asked you and you never replied, so. Before you discuss this.
Now we just
give me a flagon of your finest ale.
He goes, yep, on that.
Happy harvest.
He pumps, he does the English pour, pours the taggart, gives it to you, and he goes, one for your friend, and he's like, you can pay us in a while, and blah, blah, blah. He's too busy. He goes to get John. Do you wait? You're waiting at the counter for John, yeah?
Let us wait here for John.
As I'm handed like
what is this beer?
As I'm handed the ale, I would like to like tap towards the bartender and go, keep him coming. I need this noise.
And he chuckles. He chuckles like, just come back when you need more, because the place is packed right now. 4 or 5 minutes pass.
The wizard items in the middle of the tavern.
And he goes, he's like, you see this guy looking down, going, looks like he's looking for someone, and he turns to you and goes, were you looking for John?
Yes, I was looking for John.
How may I help you? I don't recognize you.
We recognize him.
Roll me perception.
I don't.
10.
With 10, and what's the what you get, Solo?
I got 7. Yeah.
7. You've -2.
No, I rolled a 4.
Oh, I'm looking. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I flipped your cameras. You don't notice really too much. It's too busy. You're kind of distracted with all the music, looking around at people. The or Adran, he looks very, very familiar. Like, just because the John you remember from yesterday was a young man, this just seems like a slightly older version. It's not much different, but it's different enough. Like, it's oddly similar. Like, same facial structure, maybe a few more wrinkles, maybe a little fatter, but not by much. Like, same build, same size.
John?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
When was the last time you had rabbit meat?
Today?
Can you remember when rabbits arrived to the island?
Yes. About 50, maybe 50, 60. So, well, I was a young man. I got my first order in that year. I got my first order about 48 years ago. Yeah, something along those that time. Why do you ask? Sorry, it's very busy. What are you trying to get at? There's lots of customers to serve, lots of drinks to pour.
I'm just here to learn the history of this world.
He's
It's
like,
fine.
I would love to spend time and chat with you and tell you everything you'd like to know, but as you can see right now, we're very busy. Come back to me in the morning, and we will and we can discuss this. He's like, it's like we're booked out if you're looking for a place to stay, but just you might find some place somewhere near the docks. Well, somewhere on the docks. I don't know. Look, just it's too busy right now to talk. But what is your name, sir?
I'm Ibris. Thank you.
Ibris.
Yeah.
Happy harvest. Happy harvest. Look, come back to me in the morning and we can discuss everything you want to know.
Fantastic. Thank you, John. We will be back in the morning. Happy harvest day to you too.
Yes. Praise Karametra.
Praise
Kama Sutra. Yes.
Assholes.
Adrian, can you remember in which room you previously slept?
You still have the keys to your rooms. You all got separate rooms.
This is going to end terribly. Where's the freaking rogue when you need him? Get us in the rooms.
You want to go upstairs to the rooms?
Yeah.
Can you both roll me?
Rogue right now.
Are you trying to just do it nonchalant or just go straight upstairs? That's the plan.
We're going straight upstairs.
Yeah, up you get.
Where did you leave the box?
You left it in your room because you never said you took it, so I'm presuming you left it in the room. That's my polite way of saying you left it in the room.
Okay.
Because
I have a feeling Ibris is more stealthy than I am.
I mean, I am a dwarf, so don't think too much about that. But sure.
All right.
At least
my spells still.
They would be, yeah. But you haven't used any of your. If I remember correctly, you haven't used anything besides your just cantrips, so you're still good with all your spells.
But you still have the prepared spells of last time. Yeah.
And I'll move you two to this map of the upstairs.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, you need your.
Yeah, back. I've got to take away arriving.
Characters. Johnson. Upstairs, there is a couple people up here. You see two people getting it off. It's the polite way of putting it. Two humanoids. Let me just grab some tokens and try them on. Your room was this small one in the corner. I'm not putting. So it'll take me too long to do Fog of War, but there's people around. I'm just gonna put.
Wait, so
there's people getting off here.
So this one was Vulcans.
This one.
Oh, that one.
Let me just put this to the map layer. There we go. No, not that one. I'll draw that one.
Yeah. Okay. I think Vulcan went AFK just for a second.
Well, he said you were more sneaky, so.
Yeah, so I assume he would, if I ask, give me the key to his room.
Yeah.
And if we play along those lines, I would like to try and first walk up to the door and knock on the door.
Yeah. You could roll me perception. It's very loud in this room. Or very loud in the area.